You've mentioned you're an author, you've written a book. How has this spiritual path impacted your life as an author? Like, how has that played a role?
Very major role. Whispers is who I speak to now. When I was first recognized that I had contact with, I didn't know what it was. I just saw a glowing light and it illuminated within me as well. So it made sure that I knew that it was there for me. I called it glow ball. I said, what are you? What are you? And mind you, I'm 5 months old, so that also is a topic of discussion. But I said, what are you? And said, I understood him saying glow ball. Well, because that's what I kind of like saw. It was like this glow ball, and that's how I felt like inside. Oh, okay, glow ball. But what he said was global because he's for everybody, right? And this I didn't understand until like many years later. And then he explained it. I'm really global. I'm not global. And said, well, but when it came to writing this book, global, when you try to put the name global, it's a toy, and global came up like something totally different. So I says, well, how do I hear him? And it came, oh yeah, well, he always whispers in my right ear. So, okay, we're going to call him Whispers. And so ever since about 2 years now, I just pertain to it as Whispers. They don't care what you call it, as long as it's good as far as I'm concerned. It's a positive thing, and he knows. But at age 4, I knew I was going to write this book. So how is this possible? My mother, like I said, was a piece of work. And she threw me out of the car when I was 4 years old. And hard to believe because she threw me out in, I know we're talking Manhattan, New York City, and 4 years old. Her boyfriend on again, off again, on again for 10 years. And was the one that invited me to go with them on a car ride to go up to the country. I was so excited. And he told me to go wait in the back of the car, and that's what I did. And when she found out I was in the back of the car, once we were already en route, she literally, I write it in detail, book 1. And at that time, I was devastated because she just beat me in front of people, no less, waiting on, those hot dog vendor people. Mm-hmm. There was line at the hot dogs vendor and nobody intervened. So I write, maybe it was the neighborhood I grew up in because it was where neo-Nazism was first brought in to America, was in the neighborhood where I grew up. So maybe they thought I deserved it, which just was so much more insulting because I didn't do anything. I just was in the back of the car. So what the bottom line is, it was in that kind of suffering and pain that when she pulled away in the car with her boyfriend and they left me there, and I was no way was I going to go home. No way would that even, it didn't even think of going home, because what if she went home and she would have found me, she would have beat me more. So I said, I have to make sense of this occurrence. I have to give this meaning because I don't deserve this. And then going in that very deep, that very deep questioning and pushing and pushing and pushing. Whisper says, everything will be all right when you write. Now I'm 4 years old. So I'm pacing back and forth going, everything will be all right when I write. And I don't know all right from right. It's two different, kinds of thing. But then finally, when I got it, I was like, oh, okay, well, I can live with that. And that means you want me to tell all the stories. And from then on, everything that happened to me, I had an uncanny way of remembering things. Like I would take mental pictures of a camera and go and frame by frame by frame and just remember everything, starting back from 5 months old when I first contacted Whispers, and even before then, before coming here. So he is still with me today. Like when I say, I don't know if I want to write any books, I don't know if I want to make money out of it. It's not, no, you know what? You're going to write the books, because if you don't, that's who you are. And I'm just not happy if I'm not writing books. That's my purpose. That's my ikigai, to throw in some Japanese in here. You know, that's my life purpose. That's what gives me joy. That's what, you know, I could do it 10, 12 hours a day and I'm going to be happy. And, you know, even though I'm invited party and this and that, I don't care. I'm writing, I'm happy. I'm keeping my promise, and I'm in contact with Whispers. So I'm never alone.